Thanks.
It's just Emma. I love her.
In person, so I think that's something we both have in common.
You know, they kind of have, Wednesday and Enid have a sweet little relationship, so I was wondering, how do you think that compares to our personal relationship?
The question that broke the internet, the live stream moment that had 2 million fans screaming, and the one response that changed everything. Emma Meyers just gave the most telling answer about Jenna Ortega yet. And it's not what you think. August 2025. Emma Meyers goes live, and within minutes, the chat explodes with one question. Are you dating Jenna Ortega?
Yeah, you're the cool one.
Yeah.
For months, she's dodged this question, but this time was different. Emma's exact words, Jenna and I, we have something really special. It's hard to put into words, but she gets me in a way that's rare. The pause before she answered. The way her voice softened when she said Jenna's name. The slight smile that fans immediately screenshot and analyzed frame by frame.
I think people are gonna like this.
How do you think that compares to our personal relationship?
I think we also have a sweet little relationship. In person, so I think that's something we both have in common.
But here's what sent TikTok into absolute chaos. It wasn't just what Emma said. It was what happened next. A notification popped up on her phone mid-stream, and for just a split second, viewers caught a glimpse of the contact name, J, with a heart emoji. The internet lost its collective mind. Screenshots went viral. Fan accounts exploded. Started trending worldwide. One TikTok breaking down that moment has over 2 million views and counting. But that wasn't even the most shocking part. Because while fans were losing it over Emma's response, Jenna Ortega was making her own confession that nobody saw coming.
In the middle, please. Red hat in the middle.
3 days after Emma's live stream, Jenna appears on the Armchair Expert podcast. And when asked about her Wednesday co-stars, something shifts in her voice when Emma's name comes up.
It was helpful because I was just getting to know the beautiful and wonderful Emma Meyers for the first time. It's always so fun to play off of one another, and it's very rare that I meet someone and feel instantly connected or comfortable with them, and Emma has always been that person, and I think anyone would with her.
I've never been so protective of someone, Jenna admits, and you can hear the emotion in her voice. I wake up and send Emma voice memos just to remind her how wonderful she is. I only ever want to make sure she's okay and good. Think about that.
There's a part of me that just always wants to be with Emma Meyers all the time. I love her.
Jenna Ortega, one of Hollywood's most private actresses, openly admitting she starts every day thinking about Emma Meyers. Daily voice memos, daily check-ins. That's not casual co-star behavior. But here's where it gets interesting. The podcast host asks if this is normal for her friendships, and Jenna's response.
I care about your feelings. Yeah. I know. Thanks.
That one word had fans dissecting every syllable, every inflection. Because when someone like Jenna Ortega, who chooses her words carefully, says something is different, you pay attention. But wait until you see what happened behind the scenes during Wednesday filming. Because that's where this story really begins.
I told her, like, I owe you a punch. You should get one good punch.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten a punch in.
Rewind to 2022. Emma Meyers and Jenna Ortega are cast as roommates in Wednesday. On paper, they're opposites, the goth girl and the colorful werewolf. But something magical happened during those 8 months filming in Romania.
I think Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. So.
That's my girl.
Their first meeting was a disaster. Emma later admitted she cried after their Zoom chemistry read, convinced she'd blown it by cutting Jenna off mid-sentence. When they finally met in person, awkward hugs and nervous laughter. But being away from home, stuck in Romanian hotels and film sets, they became each other's lifeline. What started as awkward co-stars evolved into something the cast describes as inseparable. Behind-the-scenes footage tells the story. Jenna messing up her lines because Emma's making her laugh from the sidelines. The director literally having to tell them to focus during romantic scenes between other characters because they were too busy whispering to each other.
Emma is very, like, you don't force anything, which is really wonderful. I think that's like, you carry like this elegance and poise with you that I really admire. Sweet.
At the wrap party, footage of them dancing together completely in their own world. Ignoring everyone else around them, paparazzi shots during downtime show them sitting on curbs outside the studio, sharing snacks, Emma's head on Jenna's shoulder, But what fans point to as the real evidence comes from what they do when cameras aren't rolling. And that's where things get really interesting, the pair's press event. Emma's answering a question when Jenna suddenly pulls her into this slow, warm side hug that lingers way too long. The crowd screams. That clip alone has millions of views. The London premiere. Emma cracks a joke. Jenna bursts out laughing and casually holds Emma's shoulder for what feels like forever. In group photos, Jenna's almost always got her hand on Emma's waist, leaning into her space. But here's the moment that broke the internet. At their latest press event, Emma leans in to whisper something to Jenna. Jenna's face lights up with this massive smile while keeping her hand on Emma's arm the whole time. The way they look at each other in that moment, that's the clip that has body language experts convinced there's more to this story. Social media tells its own story. Emma posts a random selfie, and within minutes, Jenna's in the comments with heart eyes emojis. Jenna shares a behind-the-scenes photo, and Emma responds with inside jokes that have fans playing detective. Fan accounts have literally created Google Docs cataloging every interaction. Timelines of Wemma moments, dating back to their first press tour, side-by-side comparisons of how Jenna acts with Emma versus other co-stars. But here's what nobody's talking about, and it changes everything. Industry insiders who've worked with both actresses describe their dynamic as unprecedented. One source from the Wednesday set allegedly noted, "I've seen a lot of co-star friendships, but this was different. They had their own language, their own world." Here's what we know for certain. Emma and Jenna developed an exceptionally close bond during Wednesday filming. Jenna sends Emma daily voice memos and has publicly stated she's never been so protective of someone. Emma describes their connection as rare and special. Their recent responses to dating rumors, careful. Neither confirming nor denying, but speaking with genuine emotion that goes beyond typical co-star friendships. What we don't know, whether this connection is romantic or just an incredibly deep friendship, both have been private and neither has explicitly addressed the romantic speculation. But here's what makes this different from typical Hollywood friendships: the consistency. For over 2 years, press tours, premieres, personal appearances, their dynamic has remained intensely close and protective. Whether it's romantic or platonic, Emma and Jenna have created something that transcends typical celebrity relationships, and that authenticity is what has fans so invested. But there's one more thing that could change everything. Wednesday Season 2 is approaching, which means more press tours, more joint appearances, and more opportunities for fans to analyze their every interaction. If their recent live stream and podcast appearances are any indication, they're not going to give definitive answers anytime soon. But maybe that's the point. In an era where celebrity relationships are dissected to death, Emma and Jenna have created something that feels protected and authentic. Whether it's friendship or romance, they're keeping it on their terms. Here's what to watch for: their body language during Season 2, press events, any slip-ups during live interviews, and whether they continue addressing the rumors with the same emotional honesty. The real question isn't whether they're dating, it's whether we'll ever get a clear answer. And honestly, the mystery might be more beautiful than any confirmation could ever be. So what do you think? Do you believe Emma and Jenna are secretly dating? Or are fans just projecting romance onto a really beautiful friendship? Drop your theories in the comments. I'll be reading them. And make sure to subscribe, because with Wednesday Season 2 around the corner, their next joint appearance could finally give us answers.